Have a seat. Save your energy. We have an hour.
I said if I was going to do TV, I was never not going to be myself.
Where are the people who are a little bit different?
You're sitting next to one on the couch, so let's just say that.
Try not to suck today.
Now, here's Jason.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. Hi, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome to the show, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome to the Jason Show. Audience, how are you today? Good. Doing well. Again, thank you for not getting sick. COVID is spreading again. We had like 87 people cancel yesterday, so I'm glad that this audience is safe. And because of that, because they're here and we're grateful, everyone's getting a car today. Everyone's, yeah. Now, they didn't seem very excited about that, but I think they know that I'm lying. I think they know, yeah, exactly. Well, welcome to the show. We're going to start today. You got to see this video from a high school football game in Texas. Now, come back to the TV. If you're ironing or if you're making dinner, whatever, come back, making breakfast. It's being called a 1 in a million extra point. Now look at the left. It happened in Waco. Watch this. The kicker nails the extra point through the uprights and the ball lands inside a passing car on a street near the football field. We're playing it again right there. One more time. The ball goes right through the open window of the passing car. Some people online say it was a stunt, but the team's athletic director said, no way. That is amazing. And I hope, yeah. Now, Stephanie Hansen and I are going to try to recreate that a little bit later in the show. Let's get started. Roll it, Leo. Here we go. Let's do it. Filling in for Kendall today, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for our foodie queen and the star of Taste Buds, Stephanie Hansen. I like saying that.
I know, it's exciting.
Yeah, I can now say the starts like when you get an Academy Award nomination, you have to say, Your eyebrows look really good today.
You guys.
You're having a really good eyebrow day.
Yeah, I have to have a lady do them because I'm blonde, so I have no eyebrows.
Well, they are they're like Diet Joan Crawford. I mean, you know what I mean? Like,
wait, that's
a compliment.
Good. Okay, diet meaning smaller?
Like just enough. No, you look great. How you doing?
I'm good.
Good to see you, sweetheart.
Good to be seen.
We didn't even plan this. We're both in green.
I know. I try to make sure that I save my good outfits for you.
Oh, you always look good to me. Yeah. Adjust your television because people with a suit, it is a green. So use me to adjust your television color. It's a dark green.
Can I just point out too, this is a detail that's really awesome. Look at the purple stitching on the buttons. Like, he looks so classy.
Well, did you know what that's about?
No.
Oh, I usually, it's a story that I just tell. Aaron knows it. It's a story that I just tell the studio audience when I do a Q&A, but I don't even think my mom knows this, but my grandmother Mazak, my grandma Mazak, was the grandmother that really had an influence on me as far as my love of TV. I went there every Friday night and I watched Dallas with her. I watched The Love Boat, Carol Burnett. She loved Carol Burnett, and as you know, Carol would always grab her ear as a love letter to her grandmother. Well, sadly, Grandma Mazak passed before any of this happened, before even got into the business. So my love letter to her, my grandmother loved butterflies, and she loved the color lavender. So the guys that make my suits, the stitching in all of my suits is lavender. For my grandma, so you will notice that no matter the suit I'm wearing, there's lavender stitching in each and every one of them. So
that is so sweet. I love it.
Yeah, that's from my grandma.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, that's from my grandma.
I have nothing sentimental about me today.
No, you're enough, Steph.
I am.
Can I? Let me
I'm plenty.
Okay.
Are you going to fix my hair?
I'm going to fix this cord because you have like a hoop sticking out of your shoulder right here. I'm just going to stick it right there.
Cords are hard when you're getting dressed for TV.
It's all right. You look great. You ready?
Thanks.
Should we start the hot dish?
Yeah, let's do it.
Leo, let's do it. Start the hot dish, everybody. Here we go. Okay. New details this morning about the settlement between the Writers Guild of America and the studios. The governing board of the WGA is expected to vote on that deal today, so we'll be hearing something a little bit later. Members voting later this week. No details exactly are out, but the WGA calls the deal, quote, exceptional. Exceptional.
I know. I was like, ooh, that's such a high bar. You never call anything exceptional. You just say it's good, and then you let people think it's exceptional.
Oh.
If you started exceptional, I mean, this is a glass half full person, but
yeah.
If you started exceptional, there's nowhere else to go.
Well, I think you're exceptional.
Okay.
I'm also a little drunk. No, I'm just joking. No, yeah. I'm kidding. Kidding, HR. More shows are now moving toward getting back into production. One of them, Dancing with the Stars, is going to actually premiere on ABC tonight. If you're watching this in cities with a day delay yesterday, with all the stars, including those who said they would wait until the strike was finished to dance. Saturday Night Live is also expected to return next month, possibly with a new show by October 7th. And think about it, that ain't that far away. I mean, hello.
So
we are knocking at the end of September. Now, despite the actors' strike still going on, SNL and other late night shows are covered under a network code. Now you're wondering, okay, what's that, Jace? Well, it allows all the show's stars to appear, but instead getting actors to host the show. Saturday Night Live will likely pick like musicians, sports stars, people like Martha Stewart that aren't covered. Gordon Ramsay.
Taste Buds with Stephanie.
I mean, if you want Hansen to host
I mean,
SNL,
I'm available.
She's available. She has good eyebrows. She's exceptional. That's right.
Funny.
No, that's good, though. It is a good...
Yeah.
Because, look, I thought this was going to last into January, which would have meant no TV season. And that would have been unprecedented. So I'm glad at least dramas are not... We're not going to see new drama episodes until what they call mid-season, which is January or February. But at least we're going to get new TV in this TV season at all.
And are the actors having to settle now?
Yeah, as I said yesterday, if you missed it, Jeff and I talked to a bigwig last week, and he knows what's going on. You did too, and you were at that meeting actually. And he said if that domino falls, meaning WGA, that the actors would quickly follow. So I anticipate a deal with the SAG-AFTRA within a couple weeks. Yeah, I hope so. I hope he's right. Yeah. And that bigwig is usually right about everything.
Wink, wink.
Yeah. Anyway, next up, the nightmares are back. After a 10-year break, Chef Gordon Ramsay returned last night. Oh, I love this show. To transform some of the worst restaurants in America. Look.
When muscles float, what does that mean?
They're dead.
Yeah, it means they're very bad. It means a lot to bring this show back.
You want to see cracks? They're here.
They're putting band-aids on the problems. Deluded. You think so? I know so. I'm exposing them. Smell it. Smell it. Smell it. This is not a joke. That's ice cold and it's raw in the middle. These guys need to wake up quickly.
I'm disappointed in my favorite chef in the world, basically.
They tell me the food is fresh and the freezer's packed full of ingredients that are wrapped up in fur coats of mold.
Oh. Kitchen Nightmares was a big hit 7 years ago until Gordon walked away from the show following a clash with one chef. Now, I watched the first episode last night. I love this show. It's a guilty pleasure. I don't even know if it can be termed guilty. It's just a pleasure of mine. I love Gordon. It was right back to what I love. Disgusting kitchens, dramatic people. That's why if you ever wonder, I always wondered this, why are they usually on the East Coast? Well, in the article, the executive producer said bluntly, they shoot a lot on the East Coast because East Coast people are more effusive, and they have more feelings, and they'll tell you to go blank off. You know what I mean? And that makes for good TV. It did not disappoint yesterday. They were at a family diner where the mom and dad passed it on to two brothers. The brothers did not like each other. One brother was more involved than the other. Look, when you mix friendship or family and business, it's rarely good. It's rarely good. Rarely good.
Very rarely.
Rarely. Life is not a dream. Anyway, but this was great. There was fighting. There was a scene, audience, let me warn you. There was a scene. I don't get like nauseous easy, but there is a scene. No, just let me warn you. Go watch it. But there's a sequence when Gordon goes down into the walk-in freezer, and he discovers chicken. Colin, we were on the couch, and I almost did get sick. It was real bad. It's a clean your walk-ins before he comes. Seriously.
I get secondhand embarrassment.
Yeah.
Like, I feel so bad for the family, and it makes me feel sad for restaurants as an industry when this stuff happens. Just,
And if Gordon, also what I've learned in the 18 seasons of the show, Hi, I'm Jace. If you invite Gordon Ramsay to your restaurant, okay, let me give you a hint. Don't have packaged frozen French fries. Cut the potatoes yourself. He hates that. Has nobody learned after 27 years? The guy doesn't like frozen appetizers. Make them fresh.
yeah.
Make them fresh.
Although, I mean, some frozen appetizers can be good.
Oh, let me tell you, I'll eat anything. I'm just saying,
If
you have
he's
Gordon
coming,
come.
prepare.
That's right. We have a lot more to come. Go get some more frozen French fries. We'll be back after this. Back in a moment. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome back, friends. Our new Iowa friends. Our new Iowa friends. I haven't said hi to you lately. Sioux City, Cedar Rapids. My Aunt Evie lived in the great, as I'm throwing pens at people. Anyway.
Corn!
By the way, in the commercial break, yeah.
Corn! Iowa corn!
Oh, I thought you were having an episode. You're just screaming corn. You're good? Oh, Iowa corn.
Iowa corn is the best corn.
I love Sioux City. They have this great little shops. Anyway, Leo, take a shot. Now, these are the red hat ladies in the front row, and during the break, give them a hand there. Yeah. Now, you'll notice the lady all the way at the end. That's Janet. She forgot her red hat, so the only thing we had here is an old red vase. So we gave that to her to hold. Yeah. Yeah. Janet, you can have that when you leave. Yeah, you can have that. More hotness for you now. Daytime TV is getting back to normal after a really long summer. The Price is Right kicked off. Can you imagine this? Its 52nd season yesterday. Yeah. Now, come back to the TV. Watch closely. They moved out of the Bob Barker studio at CBS Television City into a new studio. So you'll notice a little different look to the set. Look at this.
You are the first 4 contestants in our new studio as we kick off season 52 of The Price is Right. And now, here's your host, Drew Carey.
Yep, there's Drew. Drew debuting a new look. He recently revealed he's gotten lost a little bit of weight, he said. So yeah, he talked about that. He got the goatee and, well, okay, now look at the set real closely. I'm a TV nerd, so I noticed this right away. But remember how back in the Bob days, or in that set, contestants from Contestants Row had to walk up some stairs, and then the stage was on a higher level than the audience. Well, now everybody is on the same level, so it prevents people from having to walk up those darn stairs that people have tripped over since the 70s. Plus, Drew now looks directly at the audience, and for the first time since the pandemic, they have a full audience again. Look at that. That's good. Yeah. So now this comes after The Price was there at Television City for 50 years. They moved to Glendale now. Beautiful Glendale. in a new studio. And like I said, Drew looks different. He has no beard. The full audience is back, and more. Now, look, here in the Twin Cities, we go up against The Price is Right, so don't you turn that channel. Don't you dare. Record that show. You can watch it later. We're live. Yeah, thank you, yeah. Right?
Yes, we're live.
We're live. I love that about the show. You never know what's going to come out of this one's mouth. You know what I mean? Corn!
Corn!
She might just randomly scream vegetables. Yeah. One more game show of note. Ryan Seacrest revealed what he plans to change when he takes over Wheel of Fortune next year. Yeah, from Pat Sajak. Ryan's answer? Nothing. Yeah, nothing. Ryan says the show has been successful for generations, and you don't want to mess with it. He says that he's there to welcome the audience and lead the game and then get out of the way. Very smart of Ryan to do that, am I right?
Yes, know your lane, Ryan, and I'm really happy because the Vanna thing was sort of upsetting, how much change was going to be upsetting. Thank you, Ryan. We appreciate you.
People, audiences do not... Believe me, they don't like change. You know what I mean? They don't. Especially on shows, the audience knows what I'm talking about. They don't like change. And especially in a time slot like that, a game like Wheel of Fortune, I've said the story before. My first job in television was answering phones, the tip line at a station here called WCCO. And WCCO ran Wheel of Fortune, okay? So I'm like 22, okay? And I would answer the tip line. I'm like, WCCO, this is Jason. That's what my voice sounded like back then. And if there was ever a weather cut-in that would interrupt Wheel of Fortune, people would call me and they would be like, I'm gonna get rid of your family. You know, I mean, they would threaten me. They would threaten body parts, put Wheel of Fortune back on. You wanna see upset people? Interrupt the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, I'm telling you, it was bad.
My sister made me go see the live Wheel of Fortune when it was here. Just saying, it was fine. It was great to see her. But, you know, there's a lot of things you can do on a lonesome Friday night, and maybe that's not high on the list.
Oh, I hope they're not sponsoring us.
I hope not either.
No, they're not. No, you said they could do better, yeah. Next, it was a big hit in the mid-2000s. Now there's talk of one sitcom making a comeback. Which one? This one. I know some of you are already rendering judgment on this, but wait, let me tell everything and let's see. Puck News, better say that carefully, claims the original creator of the American version of The Office is working on a reboot. It would be an extension of the original show with all new characters. Kind of like how The Mandalorian is in the Star Wars universe. So this would be in the same universe as The Office, but in a different office with a whole new cast of characters. That could work.
Yeah, I mean, there's always gold to mine in an office setting, right? Because people do weird things at work.
Yeah.
But it would be our third iteration of The Office in some version or form. So I don't know, that seems a little suspect, but we'll give it a chance.
Yeah. I mean, they would have to set it in a completely different office environment.
And how many Steve Carells can you find? I mean, the original Office, Ricky Gervais, and that Steve Carell and the American cast did it as beautifully as they did. That show is still hilarious.
Yeah.
Just, you could watch it anytime. Hilarious.
Well, I can't wait to get Stephanie's reaction and this audience's reaction to the next story. A dating show like you've never seen before. Seriously. It's a show that's been a huge hit in the UK for years. It's finally streaming now here in the good old United States of America, and it's called Naked Attraction. And it starts with an eye-opening premise. Watch.
In this dating show, we go back to basics.
Are you ready?
Bring it on. And start where a good date often ends. Naked.
Don't know where to look.
Have you ever been faced with 6 No, but I feel like I should have done.
What do men and women really find physically attractive?
Wow.
This is fantastic.
And could picking a partner based solely on their natural beauty
Could be a grower.
help us find the one?
I've never met anybody like this before, and I don't know where to look.
Yeah. Well, let me explain. This is no joke. This is real. Basically, a single woman or man picks from 6 different naked people in those boxes, eliminating them one by one based on their physical attributes. Before they choose their final match, they have to get naked as well. 6 seasons of the show are now streaming on Max. Let me tell you what I did last night. I did not appear on the show, but I put that show on without telling Colin what I was putting on. I didn't tell him what was happening. I didn't tell him. I just started it, and right away, the doors of those boxes open, and you see everything. I mean, you just see everything right away.
All of the jiggly bits.
Oh. It is in 4K, just right up there. You know what I mean? And Colin, he was not well. He wasn't feeling well. He was choking. He was like, "What is this?" So then the door opens up more, and you see the chest, and then they have the person turn around. But what's funny is they try to make it semi-educational, because then when they turned around to show the bums, then this little animation comes on, and it goes, "Back in the caveman years, women were attracted to the cavemen with better bums." And I was like, yeah. So I guess women prefer men with round booties. Yes,
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody wants a pancake butt.
And they showed one guy. I know, we got to go. They showed one guy that had a tattoo around his privates.
Oh.
I'm not going to say anything. I like my job. That's all I'm going to say, because I like my job. Watch it on HBO Max. Up next, I showed you my night at Universal Halloween Horror Nights in Orlando yesterday. While I was there, I thought you would like this, especially since Steph is here. I also got a chance to visit the Disney parks as well. The Epcot International Food and Wine Festival is underway. It's one of the most popular things in Orlando and at Walt Disney World. It happens in late fall through the holidays. One of the most talked about items at this year's festival, a pickle milkshake. And it's exactly what it sounds like, and I tried it. Watch. Okay, I'm here at Odyssey, getting ready to try the pickle milkshake. Not quite sure how I feel about this. It's pickle and a milkshake. So, here we go. By the way, go Twins. Okay. I really want to hate this, but for some reason, it's actually pretty good. It's not quite as disgusting as I thought it would be. The brine actually works well with the ice cream. People around me are shocked that I feel this way, but let me try one more time. Pretty good. I mean, I'm not gonna crave this, but I don't dread it. Cheers. It was good. You can get it at Odyssey at Epcot Center. It was really good.
I knew it was going to be good, because think about like ranch dressing. It has that pickly, briny flavor with the cream. If you think about pickle dip, again, that cream and pickle pizza, cheese. Like, I don't know why, but it kind of works.
It did really work, and it's like $6. It filled you up. I know it's expensive, but it does fill you up. It's a good portion. Put a little whipped cream. Nothing weird about the whipped cream. I saw a lot, don't worry about that, but it was, a lot of people had it, and I wasn't the only one that liked it.
I bet I would like it. I like a lot
too.
of pickle things.
Yeah, a lot of them at the fair this year. By the way, the Food and Wine Fest runs November 18th at Epcot Center. We're going to take a break. We'll be back right after this. Back in a moment. Y'all remember Janet, who didn't bring her hat? She left. We're going to go be in the audience for Naked Attraction. That's right. Her and I are going to go there after this show's over.
Wow.
I'll buy her plane ticket. Jan and I, we're going to be a thing, I'm telling you. Hey, Steph. You're in my shot again, but that's fine. Yeah, okay, good. Never.
I've not done it for a few times.
Just take 6.
Okay.
Stephanie Hansen, everybody. No, we're doing, let me read the intro. You ready?
Yes.
Hey, the fall season is a delicious time of year. Whether you're hungry for a Honey Crisp or you're a fan of the Fuji, apple season is here. That's right. Now, there's a lot of, you're already going, girl. You didn't even wait. Yeah.
I'm just, we're going to make a few things.
Are we making, because people probably have an abundance of apples right now.
Yeah, well, and if you don't, go get some, because this is the perfect season to do it.
Yeah.
And there's so many different kinds of apples. If you don't know, the University of Minnesota, engineers and makes apples that we sell all over the United States, all over the world. They engineered the Honey Crisp, and they've got a bunch of other apples coming on board. It's just great apple season.
It's one of the, I did that story several years ago. We should replay it maybe for our new friends in Iowa and Orlando and Seattle and Chicago. That, if you guys get a chance, it's like, you forget to take advantage of things in your own backyard. That, I did a tour there, and seeing how they develop apples, fascinating.
Completely fascinating.
Beyond.
It's really, a great program that they have there. So I ended up going to Sweetland Orchard and getting a lot of different apples.
Okay.
So the first thing I always do with apples is sweet. I don't know why, but I love a good apple tart. I love an apple pie, an apple crisp, an apple cake. And so I made a coffee strudel cake. And one of the things I love about this particular cake is there's 4 apples inside it, so it's very apple-y.
Okay.
But that streusel bit, here, just eat a little bit of the top of the streusel bit.
Okay.
Streusel, why don't we have streusel on everything? It's so good. It's just buttery and crispy and delicious.
Janet and I are going to take that on the plane with us when we go to
everyone wanted to have cake. Yeah. So that's kind of your sweet profile, and I've also got some other recipes on my website for appley things that are sweet. But is
this hard?
No, it really isn't. You just mix up apples and eggs and butter, and then you pour that in your pan and with a little flour that you've mixed into, and then you make the streusel. Streusel seems hard because they talk about cutting in the butter. This one, it's just melted butter. So there's no cutting in or making it into pea size anything. You just put the sugar in and stir it up.
This recipe on stephaniesdish.com, okay?
Okay, now I'm obsessed with grains, which I guess producer Jeff is too. This is farro. So in your Instant Pot, and you can make that on the stovetop too, but you can make farro in 7 minutes. And farro is a nutty, chewy, delicious grain that soaks up dressings. So it's really great in a harvest salad. Have you ever had farro?
No, may I have?
Yeah, here, have a couple farros. They're kind of like rice, but they're a little nuttier.
Ooh, I enjoy those.
Yeah, they're really delicious.
Oh, that is a really good texture.
Yes, and you can use it to make risotto. You can use it to make any kind of salads, grain bowls.
Okay.
I'm just gonna mix up a little dressing here with some apple cider vinegar.
Because always, you guys know this by now, Stephanie makes all of her own dressing.
I do. I do.
Yeah, she doesn't even know where Wishbone is.
No,
she doesn't even know.
Because it's so much easier just to do it yourself.
I know. But
so, apple cider vinegar, because we're making apples, a little lemon juice, a little olive oil.
Okay.
When you're making dressing, you have a sweet, a salty, an oil, and a vinegar. So we've got a little honey.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, repeat that again.
A sweet, a salty, oil, and vinegar, which is the acid.
Okay.
And then salt.
And that's the basic foundation of every dressing.
We did that on the show 3 years ago. I should probably do it again. It was a good segment.
That's good, yeah.
So we put a little mustard just to give it so that we have a little emulsification, which just means a creaminess to it.
Okay.
So in your bowl, you've got farro, you've got arugula, you could use spinach, you could use kale. You've got some apples, and I always put a little lemon juice on my apples so they stay good. I cut these up this morning, and they're still pretty and not brown. You've got toasted almonds. Whenever you're using nuts in a harvest salad, toast them. It brings out a lot more flavor.
Okay.
We've got some cranberries.
I'm loving the salad.
Yeah, because it's sweet, it's salty.
And I like a salad with various textures. That makes me feel full. It makes me feel like I'm not like a rabbit.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That I'm eating something with substance, you know?
And green salads, you guys. I'm actually going to put a few more greens in there.
You know what? I was just going to ask if you could. I mean, not that I'm going to eat that, but I'm just saying, yeah.
Yeah, you're going to have this maybe for a little lunch today.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're just going to pour this over and pour it on our greens. And we can add as much.
Your family is so lucky.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, the fact that your family is, I know. My goodness.
My daughter, I think, appreciates it more now than she did when she was a kid.
She does. I've talked to her about it.
Oh, see. She wouldn't tell her mom that.
Oh, that's so good.
So, yeah, and I think we even could put a few more apples in there, make it harvesty.
Okay.
Tonight I'm having a cocktail party for 10 people I don't know, and I might serve this. I donated it for charity.
I was like, I didn't get that invite, but okay, yeah.
No, I donated it for a cancer charity, and I'm like, I don't know these people. What can I serve?
Well, serve them this.
Yes, and the cake.
Well, we're keeping this, but I mean, yeah. We're going to taste it more. Janet and I are going to dig into this cake, and we'll be back with more Stephanie. She's answering your questions from our Facebook page when we return. You're serving this cake today. Personal account, search for Stephanie Hansen, and my personal account, Jason Matheson. We're on all the socials. We're back again with foodie queen Stephanie Hansen. Speaking of the socials, last week we asked you for food questions for Steph on our Jason Show Facebook page. We got so many, we're going to do another round of Ask Stephanie. But first, may I taste?
Yeah.
Okay, why don't I read the first one and then you can answer. Okay, I mean, or no, please, go first.
No, you gotta taste it too.
Thank you. Sarah's up first. Hi, Sarah. Sarah writes, hey, Stephanie, I planted leeks in my garden. What do I do with them now? How do I clean them? How do I use them?
You're ambitious with your leeks. I like that. So you're going to cut them in half, and you're going to rinse them because they a lot of times have sand in them. They get sand between the little leaky folds. Sand? Yeah, you can get it out. You just wash it.
Okay.
You need to make potato leek soup. That's one of my favorite things to do with leeks. Otherwise, I would make like a frittata, or you can frizzle them in oil and make them so they're crispy and top like a salad or a steak. Frizzled leeks are delicious.
Can I just take this home today?
You can. You can.
I literally want this whole thing for lunch.
I know. So good.
That is really good. Okay.
Yeah, that was a good salad.
I got a job to do, Jace. Here we go. Laura. Hey, Laura. She asks, hey, Stephanie, what is your favorite way to jazz up plain old chicken breast?
Okay, people. Pound them out and put little breadcrumbs on them, like a little egg wash, little breadcrumbs, and fry them and have like a schnitzel-y situation, or like just chop them up and put them on salad and have like crispy.
Okay.
Or serve them with mashed potatoes.
Now, let me give you a variant on that one. Let's say people don't want to fry, they want something slightly healthier. Would you just put it in an air fryer, maybe?
Yeah, but then you're just air frying a sad, boring chicken breast.
Okay.
At least, like, make it super spicy or something.
Okay.
It's not that unhealthy to fry in, like, a teaspoon of butter in your skillet.
Okay.
It's not. Sure. You're going to be fine.
I feel like you're yelling at me.
I don't know. I'm just like, I get so like, all of this fat obsession, like, we don't have to be worried about that. We need to eat whole, natural, good fats.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. But, girl,
I
are getting on that naked show. I got to watch what I'm eating. Daniel has the next question. Hi, Daniel. He says, hey, Stephanie, I was gifted several large bags of meatballs after a party. What the hell kind of party are you going to? Anyway, I froze the meatballs. My family is tired of barbecue meatballs. Any creative ideas of what to do with the meatballs?
A couple.
It's my favorite email of the year, by the way.
I have boxes of meatballs. One of my favorite recipes on my website is the Instant Pot spaghetti and meatballs, where you put already prepared meatballs and the noodles and layer the sauce in there, and you cook it all in the Instant Pot. So I would do that, number one. But also, like, you can just cut up the balls of meat and you can, like, fry them in a skillet, and then you can make, like, sloppy joes, or you could have taco meat. You don't have to keep them in meatball form. You can just slice them up. Your family won't know.
Yeah. Tell the folks, because, you know, new friends now, tell the folks about, because to me it's Instant Pot and Crock Pot season.
No, it's Croctober.
Okay.
It starts October 1st.
Again, you're yelling at me. You're yelling at me.
I think I yell a lot.
No, tell everybody about your
okay.
Tell everybody, the new friends, about your Instant Pot land.
Weekly Dish Instant Potters is our Facebook group. And October 1st is the start of Croctober. I will bring you Croctober recipes throughout the month.
Yes.
That just means, because your Instant Pot is also your slow cooker, right? Because it has 2 settings.
There's your, look at those people right there. There's your close-up right there.
Hi, people.
Yeah.
So you're going to have a lot of fun with Croctober. You could make crock or slow cooker recipes every single day in the month of October.
You are so excited. I love it.
It's my favorite time of year.
Yeah. Again, weekly, write this down, Weekly Dish
Instant Potters.
Instant Potters, as in Harry Potters. Yeah. And so go be a member. You will love the recipes. And all of Stephanie's recipes, the other ones are available, boop, boop, on stephaniesdish.com, or visit the Jason Show, spitting that
delicious
grain, anyway.
Salad.
Jason Show TV on YouTube and Facebook. And don't forget to stream episodes of Stephanie's Show, Taste Buds. It's available through the fabulous Fox Local app on your streaming device. We'll be right back. Don't forget to visit our swag shop, get some merch. Go to our socials for a link. Well, Kendall, my buddy, may be off on her maternity leave with little Kai Phoenix. But before she left, she made some time to meet up with her mom, hi Sid, and share some of her favorite recent book reads, some of her favorites. It's time again for Kendall's Book Club.
So we have 3 books. Mom, you're up.
First book, How to Stop Time by Matt Haig, who is, of course, one of my favorite authors. We already listened to or talked about his book called Midnight Library. All of his books are very thought-provoking, and this one is about time. So we meet in London, where Tom Hazard has moved back to his former home and is now a history teacher at a high school. His first day there, he meets a beautiful French teacher. Her name is Daphne. Very intrigued by one another, but she is super intrigued by him because she is sure she has met him before, and she can't let go of it. Well, this causes him to back off, and I will tell you why. Tom Hazard isn't a normal guy. He may look like he's 40, but he's actually centuries old. He has a very rare, abnormal...
Like The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. She is old, but she looks like she's in her 20s.
Exactly. He ages very, very slowly. There are very few people like him in the world, but there are others. And so it's a very dangerous situation he's in, even though we'd all think, wouldn't it be great to not age? And we could stop time, but actually very dangerous. People are always after him. And he's also back in London right now, where he was actually in the early 1600s, where he met a woman, fell in love, had a child, then had to move away from them and hide himself away because people were after them.
Like witchcraft.
They thought it was witchcraft, and then as the eras went on, it became more like, let's find you and keep you in our lab and see how we can keep people from aging. So he, at this point in the 1600s, meets a man who's in charge of this society called the Albatross Society. He started it to protect people like Tom, and so he helps them move to different locations, keeps them on the move, gives them money so they can relocate, etc. So now we flip back. Well, there's only one rule of the Albatross Society, which he finds out very difficult. You cannot fall in love. You cannot have those kind of connections, or everything will fall apart. It's too dangerous. Now Tom is back in London. He's grieving the wife and child that he lost, because now he sees all the old things that used to, remembers all these things. And how can he move forward? Is it going to be with the French teacher? Will she be able to figure it out? And can he trust her?
Dun, dun, dun. Okay, I have 2, so I will go quick. But one is also relating to a little bit of time travel. It's called One Italian Summer by Rebecca Searle, and I actually recommended one of her other books as well in 5 years. It was 2 years ago that I talked about it. But this book is about a mother-daughter team who, the mother passes away. This is not giving anything away. And her daughter's like, I don't know who I am without my mother. Very depressed, very unaware of what she should do next. Decides to go on this Italian trip that her mother and her had planned to go to Positano, whatever, the Italian coast. So they decide, she's like, I'm gonna go by myself and maybe I'll figure myself out when I get there. The second day she's there, she runs into someone. It's her mother when she was in her 30s.
Dun, dun, dun.
So it's just about, it sounds kind of goofy, but it's about love and how love transcends time and how the people who are our parents, as much as we love them and look up to them, they were humans too. Does that change how she feels about her mom? Does it inspire her to be a better person? Like, what's going to happen? It's beautiful. It's so well written. And, like, who wouldn't want to be in Italy in the summer?
Absolutely.
It's a good way to end your summer is to read that, One Italian Summer.
Could not put that down.
The other one was recommended to me by, like, a billion people. It's called Red, White, and Royal Blue. This is actually a movie right now on Amazon Prime, so you've probably seen some promos for it, or like everybody's talking about the chemistry between the two leads. This is about the first son of the United States and the Prince of England. They are mortal enemies. They hate each other. They have to go on like a public display of affection, basically saying like, oh no, we're friends, because it could hurt the empire, basically. And they decide maybe they're more than friends. So this is a romantic comedy. I absolutely love it. You so rarely see romantic comedies that feature not just as the side friend, LGBTQIA people. And this is a story about two men who fall in love. So it's really amazing and witty and funny. A quick read, especially if you're going to see the movie. We always recommend see the book. So
absolutely.
I mean, read the book. Don't just see it.
Right.
And look
this
at
is
it.
also being made into a miniseries with Benedict Cumberbatch as the star.
You said it.
I did it.
I was nervous she'd forget his name because it's a mouthful. Sherlock Holmes for you.
Yes.
Okay, here are 3 books. We will see you in a few months.
Yes, you will. Miss ya. Thanks, Kendall. If you missed any of the titles, we'll share the segment on our Facebook and YouTube pages, and we're going to come back to wrap things up. Stay with us. Back after this. It's time for the world's shortest segment. Today, it's the secret menu item at McDonald's that's extremely hard to get. It is called the McBrunch Burger, and a TikTok account revealed it's completely real. Get this. You have to order it between 10:30 and 10:35 a.m. during the transition from breakfast to lunch. Yeah, the McBrunch Burger features 2 cheeseburger patties with bacon, bacon, eggs, and hash browns served on a bun. Some thought it was a hoax until the McDonald's franchisee proved it was real. Yes. Make this real, McDonald's. We'll be right back. Back in a moment. Welcome back. It is time for the surprise goodbye. Skydiving is a feat by itself, but check out what one guy did in England.
Yeah, girl, I'm coming for you!
That is amazing. You can see he's landed directly on top of an inflatable unicorn. The skydiving instructor was the only one who could manage the exact landing. Look at this again, look at this again. Boom. This was part of a skydiving festival. We should do that next year for the 10th anniversary. Let's do that, yeah. Well, we have unicorns. We'll fly in and land in on the unicorn. That would be good. Janet, you want to do that with me? Yeah. Okay, done. Janet's going to do it with me after we go on that show. Yeah. She said she would love to see that. Yeah, I would too. Tomorrow on the show, the importance of dating your spouse.
I like it.
We better watch that. My friend Colleen Lindstrom is here sharing her latest mom and wife advice. That and more tomorrow, but right now that's going to do it for us. If you're watching and you're a kid that's being bullied, go out there and be yourself, because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong. Have a good day, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.